Module 2, Creating a Project Plan. In this module, we'll look at what planning and scheduling software can do for you and understand some of the basic functionalities of it. We'll look at Enterprise Project Management, and this is how Oracle Primavera P6 manages multiple projects in one database. We'll look at what you need to understand about your project before you create a program in Primavera P6. And we'll look at the 4 levels that you can use the software at. So level 1 is planning without resources. Level 2 is monitoring progress of a schedule without resources. Level 3 is scheduling with the resources, roles and expenses. And level 4 is monitoring, controlling a resource schedule. Understanding planning and scheduling software. So when you're using Oracle Primavera P6, you have to create a project in a database. P6 won't open standalone projects, or you can import a project from another database or another piece of software such as Microsoft Project or Electrosoft Power Project. The first thing you do once you create a new project is you record the work breakdown structure, or WBS, which is the deliverables of the project, and there's a function called WBS in P6 for this purpose. You then break each deliverable into activities. So if it's a concrete slab, you break the concrete slab WBS into activities such as form, reo, embedded items, pour the concrete, cure, strip, and quality check. You'd assign each activity a duration, constraints, and predecessor and successors. The software is then used to calculate the start and finish dates. You may assign resources and or cost to activities to get either the resource demand or a cash flow. You then optimize the project in terms of optimizing the use of resources, and you can use tables and histograms to identify peaks and troughs in resource demand and see what you can do about changing the logic or order of activities to reduce these peaks and troughs. You then set a baseline to compare progress. You should approve the work in accordance with the program. If you don't follow the program, then it's quite difficult to claim extensions of time and justify delays. You should then update the schedule on a regular basis, might be weekly, fortnightly or monthly, with the actuals, and then you compare progress against the original plan, adjust the program for scope changes, etc., and then produce management reports. And this is typically what you would do with Primavera P6 or any other planning and scheduling software. So there are 4 levels in which planning and scheduling software may be used. So level 1 is without resources, planning a project without resources. Level 2 is tracking progress without resources. Level 3 is planning with resources. And level 4 is tracking progress with the resources. And we'll go through and have a look at how you can use Primavera P6 at all of these levels. When I go through the course between level 1 and level 2, I'll add a bit of formatting so you can format your view and use layouts and filters. Enterprise Project Management. Primavera P6 is an enterprise project management software package and thus allows a large number of projects to be maintained in one database. These projects may be summarized on a hierarchical structure titled the Enterprise Project Structure, and this is very similar to creating subdirectories to create and manage your project data under. And this function is similar to adding activities in a project in the activities window, and therefore managing projects under the Enterprise Project Structure is very similar to managing activities under the WBS, and therefore makes it a little bit quicker to learn how to use the software. Understanding your project. Before you start the process of creating a project schedule in Primavera, it's important to first of all develop an understanding of the project and how it will be executed. And I recommend you should develop a document that you farm around and share with other people involved in the project. And this is called a number of different terms. It can be called a delivery methodology statement, a project plan. There's many different terms, but basically it's a document that outlines how you're going to construct the schedule and how you're going to develop the program. You should then go and create a robust WBS and get that agreed. You should conduct a stakeholder analysis, and from a stakeholder analysis comes your communication plan and also the stakeholders' needs and wants, which will go into your schedule as deliverables. You should also undertake a risk and opportunity analysis, and this will also develop additional scope in your project. So as you develop your risks, you'll have risk mitigation activities, and these need to be added to your program as well. So it's really important that you actually think through the project and write some documents before you go ahead and develop the schedule in Primavera P6.